catcher Sean Murphy, so we had to bump cots to get you in early today because you're in the lineup. It is great to finally get you on once again on A's Cast Live. How have you been?
Good. How are you?
Good. Is it me, or is it just like, wow, it's the last game of the year? Hard to believe.
Yeah, it's always a weird feeling on the last day. You know, you don't know whether you'll pack up your locker. You don't want to leave. You don't want it to be over. But I think everybody can feel good about some of the efforts and the strides that they've made this year.
And for you, since you've come up, you're used to like, all right, we're battling to get in the postseason. You've been used to that. How's this been? I know it's different. How different has it been for you?
It's a little different as far as my role in the clubhouse. As a young guy, so I just let Chappie and Ole and those guys handled trying to be the leaders, and I was just here to play. So this year I had to take a bigger role from that perspective. But other than that, it's the same preparation that I was doing every day, the last couple of years. So nothing changed there.
When did you really feel that I do need to be more of a leader, and just not by example? It's got to be more vocal too. When did you say, all right, this is what I have to become?
You felt it in spring training, probably with the Mania trade when he was kind of the last guy to go. And you looked around the clubhouse, you're like, oh, there's not as many familiar faces around here. So someone's got to do something.
Yeah, I tell you what, I was right there when Sean Mania, we woke up, found out about it, and Sean Mania comes walking in. I remember you were playing cards at the time. I was kind of right behind you, and like guys were like in tears. You went up and hugged them. That was a weird moment. And then after his start, I actually walked into the Padres clubhouse and interviewed Sean and I'm looking at him in Padre gear and I'm like, this just does not look right. But yeah, that was a definite change. But it was a change that it was going to be your team and it's your team going forward. A lot of responsibility. You still had a great year though. So what's that been like now having to say, yeah, this is my team?
I just learned from people ahead of me. So, I didn't have to reinvent the wheel or anything. I didn't do a lot of the vocal leading. That's not really my style. I'm not a big rah-rah guy. I'm not a big jump around guy. But, my goal is to lead by example and go out there and try and play every day and grind through the season and just show up and be ready every single day. So, that's where I take pride. And I want to set that example for young guys.
One of the things that's so tough for modern day catchers, what people don't realize, we just talk to Ray Fosse about this all the time, to where like they didn't have a lot of guys throw. So you knew your guys.
Yeah.
I mean, in a World Series, they use 6 pitchers. I mean, it's crazy to think. And now when we talk about 64 players used this year, all the different pitchers, what's it like with all these different guys that have been thrown out there? And you got to know these guys. You got to know what they like to throw. You got to know what makes them tick. I mean, the volume of pitchers this year, what's that been like?
That's probably been the biggest challenge for me, just as far as having all these different guys coming in. And I don't want to let them down. When you have this, cast of characters, a rotating group, and I just feel bad because I want to do the best every time I can out, but I don't know guys as well, and so I'm asking them for help, and I'm asking them, hey, call your game, teach me what you do what you do, and I'll get on the same page as you. I'll try and catch up with you, because I don't want to call a game for a guy and have it not be the way he likes to pitch, and then have him get hit, and then that's my fault, so I would feel bad, just trying to get used to guys, and so last couple of years we had the same kind of staff every year. It was Montas, Bassett, and I, and those guys. I got on the same page with those guys. So it was a whole learning process, a whole learning curve.
When I think about technology coming into the game, PitchCom, have you liked it this year? Is it success? And what could you do maybe to improve it?
I honestly liked it. I don't think there were too many issues with it. I think we've had one or two mishaps with the receivers not working or whatever, but other than that, it takes away some of the the paranoia and the constant sign changing. I feel like in past years we were changing signs every couple pitches because guys were just getting so good at figuring them out. So every 3 pitches we'd have to change them, and that was taking time. And sometimes it would cause a cross up. So I think it's easier. I like it more.
It's almost like you came up in the Cold War era where everybody's stealing, like everybody's a spy.
Yeah, that's what it felt like.
It's unbelievable. And then next year, I mean, we've seen a couple pitchers in this series where they're like, we're timing them. They're like, and they're Angels. They're like 34, 36 seconds. What do you think of the pitch clock?
I'm a fan. I don't think it'll hurt anybody too much. Guys will just get used to it. I don't think it's that aggressive of a time, but some guys do like to take their time with it.
Yeah, no doubt. It'll be when you got guys with runners on base and they're used to huffing and puffing and walking around and rubbing the ball down and then getting on the mound. No. You got 20 seconds. Let's go.
Yeah, I'm all for quicker games.
As a catcher, right?
Absolutely.
You don't want to be out there for 3 hours and 49 minutes.
No, I don't. Yeah, I'm all for quicker games. Count me in.
Yeah, no doubt. For you in the off season, you got a house in Nashville now, right?
I do. Yep.
How's that transition going to be?
We'll see. I haven't really been in it. I went there for the All-Star break just to check it out for the first time, and I've only seen it for like an hour. So we'll see what kind of projects I have when I get back to the house. A lot of unpacking boxes, all that stuff.
I'm just going to let you know now. Spring training first questions are going to be, all right, let's break, because I'm going to be going there next year.
Okay.
Barbecue. You got to do the scouting report because the barbecue, I know country music. If you love country music, it's the Mecca, and there's entertainment going on every single night. But the barbecue is one of the best in the country. You got to scout them out.
All right, I'll let you know.
That's going to be the big project in the offseason.
Yeah, I'll write some scouting reports for you.
So today, really emotional. And last night even, because, Kurt Suzuki's one of the great Oakland Athletics. I mean, we're talking about superior people. It's more than just accomplishments, right? It's who they are in people. And I know we said goodbye to Zook last night, but we will again today. Covered his entire career. Same thing with Stephen Vogt. Just for you, as someone who's got to know Stephen, what's this day going to be like for you?
It'll be emotional for me too. Stephen sort of ushered me into my career. My first spring training, he was there, and he was the guy I looked up to. I followed him around, and he took me under his wing when he didn't have to, and he made time for me when he didn't have to. And it speaks to who he is as a person. He's just a tremendous person. I can't say enough good words about Stephen. He's a genuine person. He cares. He's sincere with everything he does and everything he says. And it's gonna be a tough day for everybody.
I think about, we always talk about the quarterback room in the NFL, how the quarterbacks help each other so much. I see that with the catchers too. How important is, no matter, who it is, younger guys, older guys, guy like yourself in your prime, happy birthday, by the way.
Thank you.
Just how important is it that you guys help each other, rely on each other, and support each other?
Yeah, I mean, there's always a cross-contamination of information. Stephen knows stuff I don't, and I know stuff he may not know about guys, and we just have to constantly share information to give our pitchers the best chance of winning. Stephen played in the AL East last year, and we would face the AL East teams, and he would have some stuff. He goes, I remember we did this, this guy likes this, and, we can go over all the reports we want on the computer, but when there's someone with firsthand knowledge and has been in the game with these guys, it helps. And Shea's done a really good job. He's come up. He's been a sponge. He's learned from Voter. He's doing everything he needs to do. And that catcher's room, it is a little family.
Let's end on this because we know you got to get ready for this game today. I can't tell you how many times we're sitting here, whether it's up here in the press box or we're watching you guys on the road, and the shots that you take behind the dish, the shots you take at the plate, bigger body. I don't know. I guess that's why you get hit.
Maybe.
Just where's your body now? And then what do you do to heal up? Because you really have taken a beating this year.
The body's pretty good. We're just talking about bruises. Bruises hurt for a little bit, but they don't matter too much as far, the important stuff, the muscles and the bones, they're all good. So I feel good. Like I said, the dings and the foul tips, they hurt for a second, and then I get mad, but they don't matter. So I'm good.
So how long will it take before you kind of start getting back into baseball activity?
Probably take a couple weeks fully off. Around October, I'll start working out. Or not October, Halloween, I'll start working out. Baseball wise, I don't know, middle of November. I don't know yet. I haven't decided. I kind of feel it out. Sometimes I get bored really, really fast, and then I just start jumping right back into it. Other times I got to motivate myself a little bit more.
Well, it's always great to have you on the program,
Thank you.
and congratulations on an outstanding season. Be well this off season. Can't wait to see you in spring training.
Thank you so
Enjoy
much.
the new house and get us the scouting report on the barbecue.
Sounds good.
That's your catcher, Big Murph, right here on A's Cast Live.